Hey Blockheads, this is DJ AK from NK Airplay Radio, and if you love what the My So-Called Whatever podcast crew is doing, check us out too. NK Airplay is an online radio station playing all your favorite hits from the 80s and 90s, especially the ones from those boys in the band, New Kids on the Block. Listen to artists like Boyz II Men, Debbie Gibson, Tiffany, boy bands, girl bands, and many more. We play artists that are associated with or who inspired the New Kids on the Block, plus some of the artists that inspired us while we were growing up. Check us out on social media at NK Airplay Radio. And download the Live 365 app for your iPhone or Android phone and listen today.
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows, NKOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom. And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. This is Nikki.
This is Jackie.
And this is Maria.
And this is My So-Called Whatever. Hey.
Hey. I missed that original theme song.
What is that?
No, I like the new theme song. I like the new theme song.
The original theme song. What?
Our original theme song is the Jackie theme song now.
No, it's not.
I love
it. Was
it so much.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was so cute.
Right. I forgot about that. That was from my coworker.
That got me so hyped, man.
Okay.
That got me so hyped.
Maybe a little jingle.
Maybe I'll play Jackie's theme song in the beginning, and then right now I'll play the old theme song.
Yes.
Okay.
Do that
right there.
Okay.
You guys got
need to put it on iTunes so I can make it a
that was the old theme song. The new theme song is with Jackie because it's so freaking awesome. It sounds like it's like professional. Like it's a professional track.
So I need help right now because I don't. Okay, so I'm trying to log into Twitter. Do you know my handle?
Single for Jordan K.
And number 4.
Yeah.
So as we record this, the final results.
Yeah, we're talking about the brackets.
OTB Best Memory came in, and I was saying that I'm disgusted with the fan behavior today. How dare it come down to the Total Package Tour and the Block? What happened to the NKOTBSB tour?
Well,
What?
Okay, this is what I'm saying about this whole thing.
An album against the tour? This is blasphemy.
Without the album, you would not have the tour. Okay. Without the album, you would not have Single. You would not have Dirty Dancing on Me. And everybody does like that whole, I'm touching my chest, I'm feeling it thing, dance. I mean, like, and then the videos, and that's when you saw them. Like, the videos is the first thing that we saw besides the first video.
Then it was like the cause and effect bracket. This is the best memory bracket.
I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't happen. The chicken and the egg type of thing,
Again, but this is not the bracket. Okay.
Well, that's how I saw it. I fell in love with New Kids all over again. It started this flame that started from my groin, going forward to my heart, into my head, and it's been stuck there since. I saw Jordan, and I was like, "Ooh, all of them look hot and grown." The last time I saw New Kids on the Block, if it wasn't for like whatever Jordan was on, what was that, Surreal Life or whatever, it was them back in 1994
Right.
trying to be Caesars and that awkward phase.
I love that album. It's one of my favorites. I
Video.
don't get me wrong, but the visual,
Explain.
the
It started with
visual
the
takes precedence for me. It does.
And then it went to my heart because it rekindled it. And then now it's stuck in my brain because it's been like about 10 years that I've been in this new kid world, stuck in this cloud, and it's all in my head. It's all in my head. Hey, look at that.
Yes, it's all in your head. Mm-hmm.
Without that, it would have been in my head.
But is it in your heart? Circle.
So
the best memory is about heart. What's in your heart.
So the block won
like
it.
I told you.
The block won all of it.
The block is one of the final four.
Okay, I was going to say, because I was trying to think if the package tour was on the other side, but this is just one of the quarters of the bracket.
One of the quarters.
Yeah, and
yesterday the 08 reunion tour won.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Which I didn't get to see, but I was okay because I got the block.
I will tell you, Jackie, my decision wavered between the block and the 08 reunion tour. I chose the 08 reunion tour.
I did too. And it wavered between the NKOTBSB tour because I'm greedy and I wanted two boy bands.
I know.
And the 08 reunion tour.
That was my first concert. That was hard. But again,
based on the subject matter of this episode, people will figure out which one between the 08 reunion tour and the NKOTBSB tour.
The winner of the whole bracket would have been done because it's on Sunday. Sunday's the last the reveal or whatever, right?
Oh, yeah. I guess so, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what he said, right? So by this time,
that's interesting. No, would it be?
Okay,
maybe Saturday.
We don't go against Donnie Wahlberg. He says by Sunday, and it's by Sunday.
Oh, by Sunday. Okay, only because they're doing the NKOTB live on Saturday, so it makes sense that they would do the reveal on Saturday.
Maybe it's like the last push on the in the campaign. The last one. And,
okay, Bernie.
Push their
agenda. I know. I was just gonna say, R.I.P. Bernie. Not not R.I.P. but R.I.P. Bernie's campaign.
Yeah. Anyway, alrighty. That's my 2 cents on the brackets.
Apparently, this is a block party.
Yeah.
And my gift said it all.
What's your gift? I didn't see your. Oh.
What is it?
The last one. was Titus Burgess just being like, what are you guys like nuts? Like he was just shaking his head like, what?
She's disgusted.
Oh,
sorry, Jackie.
And it wasn't the gift for that was really how can you choose the total package tour or something over the Hollywood Walk of Fame moment? I'm like, that was a tearjerker. I was boohooing at my desk at work while I was sneak watching it. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was watching best moments.
Right.
Best moments.
But I don't know about the Hall of Fame, the Walk of Fame, because it's not that touching to me. It's like they had to pay, people had to petition, people had to go and sign and all this other stuff. But the moments, like the tours, the first time you saw them, the concerts, the first time you heard the album or you saw the video or you saw them back together, those are like genuine.
Yeah, but that was a culmination of their career, recognition. And they were, the people who presented to them, the people they got to acknowledge.
Anything I think that you have to pay for.
This is like basically like NKOTB Sportscast.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I feel like this is like, okay, I am finally in the sports talk kind of thing.
I'm Shaquille O'Neal. I'm the Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm Derek Jeter. I don't know. We're totally different, like sports. But they all involve balls. Just like the new kids.
Dirty bird. Yeah, dirty bird. All right.
I should say I'm the Charles Barkley because he's really the more well-known commentator. I'm the Charles.
Barkley. I was just gonna say I was the Charles Barkley actually.
Oh,
when I played basketball, my friends called me Barkleyette.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't know we were going with announcers. I'm Michael K. For all you New York Yankee lovers.
Boo! Okay. Just kidding.
See, this is how, like I was saying before, this is how you have an argument, I guess, or a discussion. You don't have to like get upset. You just agree to disagree.
I wholly disagree with you both.
Cheaters.
Because if you didn't already know, Maria and I were for the Block album, because the Block album, like Maria said, for me, I listened to that thing nonstop. And when it first came, I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. I could not wait to get my hands on that. And just like I can remember listening to it for the first time, I was at work. I popped it in because I went and bought it at work on my lunch break.
So how did you know about it? How did you hear about it? How did you know it existed?
Well,
thank you, VH1 morning, whatever. That's how I found out.
I think it was after the Today Show. I believe that. Well, remember that announcement that they put out on the website? So there was this announcement. So for some reason, it was all everyone was talking about it on the internet, and they said go to nkotb.com and you can put your email address in there, and they're gonna make some announcement. I'm like, you've got to be shitting. Like, no, what are they gonna announce? Like, and I was thinking maybe like a special CD. Like a special what's the word? Commemorative. Thank you. CD. Mm-hmm. There is not one, I did no idea they were going to get back together. No idea. Put my email address in there. And they said, it's coming, and then they announced on the Today Show that they were here. And then shortly after that, they announced the Block album. And then it was released, I want to say, not too far after that.
No clue. I had no idea what was going on at all. My friend Jen Lee was like, the New Kids on the Block album. I was like, huh?
I don't know which came first, because I think it was the announcement at the Today Show, right?
Yeah, I do believe it was the announcement.
Right, because I remember my friends and I, we were at work, and they were just like saying, we were freaking the hell out. We used to work in this cafeteria. And it was just us screaming, like 14-year-old high-pitched screaming. And it was amplified by this, by this empty cafeteria. It was a hot mess. But yeah, she was like, did you know the New Kids on the Block getting back together again? And then there was apparently the Today Show, and I didn't see that because, I was at work. And then I think tickets went on sale not too long after that.
Right.
And I remember not covering, but my friend Amanda got the tickets for us while we were still working, because it must have been like early in the morning or something like that. Then I moved to North Carolina and I missed it.
Oh. I was working at the newspaper, and my mom called and told me, like the story goes, and I've said this many times, that NSYNC was getting back together, and that I needed to turn on the Today Show. And so I believe it was my boss had a television set, and that's how I got to see them. Like that they were going to have, I don't remember exactly what part, but I do remember the after party. I was going and telling everybody, like I was in tears, and I went up into the editorial room and I said, you guys, New Kids on the Block are getting back together. And I will forever be known as the girl that went up and was like my life was complete.
Right?
And these people still to this day, they're like, that's Nikki, the one that like New Kids on the Block. Because of that, I went up in the editorial room and like it was quiet, and I was like, New Kids on the Block are getting back together.
You know what? Maybe that's why the NKOTBSB tour is super special to me, because that was the first time I saw them. I did not go to the reunion tour. So
me neither.
I mean, it was all downhill from there.
We're right there.
Yeah.
It was downhill from there.
Can you imagine? We bought tickets. I had tickets. Amanda bought 3 tickets for us. Got tickets for the Jersey. And I think this was like March or something. And the show was like in October. Mm-hmm. But by the time that October came around of that same year, I had to, unwillingly, I guess, move to North Carolina. So they called me as they were going from, like, they were crossing the GWB and going into Jersey to the show. And my friends were like, oh my God, I'm like,
Oh.
and so, but yeah, I missed that whole tour, and then I didn't know about the casino. I didn't know about that. The first tour that I actually saw was NKOTBSB. So I'm
TBSB.
there with you,
Yeah.
Jackie,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
was like magical because I had gotten some ticket from like Ticket Stub or something like that, like. And I don't know if it was maybe $100 or close to like 80 something plus tax or whatever. But it was supposed to be in like the first round off the floor.
Right.
But
Like
for
the
some
4-star.
reason, yeah, they kept on like telling me to go down, down. They're like, "You're by yourself? Yeah, keep on going." And I was like, "What?" Because, you know, like I walked in and I've never really been to concerts. Like, this is it. So I was so amazed, and it was like by the top, and it kept on going down, down until I was on the floor, and I was right behind the
Catwalk?
super VIPs.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So it was like two chairs, because by this point they're like full up chairs, and I was at the catwalk, and I just saw them, and it was like magical. It was like you raised them. They were angels, and they came up from the ground, but they were above me with clouds of and lights, and oh my god, their feet
That
look so
freaking Coldplay
big.
song.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's just
That was when
I get it.
That tour was when I fell in love with Backstreet Boys. That tour was
Aw.
when I was like, I'm gonna admit it, I love the Backstreet Boys because it was such a big
How dare you,
thing.
NSYNCer?
Right, it was such a big deal, and Brooke knew it all along, but I had bought all the albums anyway, and I would listen to them, but I'd be like, oh, they're not in sync. But I'd be like, oh, but I really like them. But I can't say that I do because it was just like one of those things. And
Yeah.
when we went and saw them, I can remember Brooke being very vocal, like, I don't care about Backstreet Boys at all. I don't care about them. Like, we'll go there. Yeah, we might leave and get our drinks when Backstreet Boys come on. We did not leave. Let me tell you, Brooke was like all about Nick Carter. She was just like,
with his hair.
Yeah.
With his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend, I mean, honestly, I still wasn't on the radar because I think this was their second go around.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend Jen Lee she's a huge, like, we need to get her on the podcast. Like, she has like so many stories and New Kids items.
Oh yeah,
she's like one of those girls that you're like, you just like drop your mouth, because I'm just like catching flies when I hear her. I've seen a couple of times. Well, we've been drunk and it's, but anyway. Yeah, she's amazing. She has amazing stories.
She does, and she's not someone I knew my whole life. Like, I met her around that time.
Mm-hmm.
And she had brought my other friends to the reunion tour. She had dragged them basically to Radio City. And I don't think I really knew her at that time. I maybe just met her, but I was oblivious. I was in the process of getting married, blah, blah, blah. So it was her second go around with the NKOTBSB tour. And she was like, oh, I really want to go to another show. And my friends were like, why don't you ask Jackie? And I'm like, ask me what? And she's like, do you want to see New Kids on the Block and BSB? I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, perfect. And then the next thing you know, she was like, so these are the price range for like 4-star, 5-star, blah, blah, blah. And I was clutching my pearls. I was like, $500? Like,
yeah.
Or I think the 4-star was like maybe $295 or something. And I was like, I don't know if I have that coin. And then she was like, oh, well, I just got the tickets. We could figure it out later.
God bless her.
Right.
God bless her.
Yeah.
Because
the monster she created.
She basically created a monster.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't know how you surpassed me as a fan, but like I come to you now for information. I'm like, oh, overachiever that I am. But it was just we were like maybe we were along the catwalk, and we were like maybe like the 5th row back from the catwalk.
Yeah, that's where we were too.
And really close to like the circle at the end of the catwalk where they sometimes got elevated.
That was right there.
So like just when they start coming down the catwalk snapping, oh God, I'm getting chills just now.
I know. Oh my gosh. We did Mohegan Sun like that. So we were like where you were on the catwalk. But then for
Okay.
Fenway, we were at the tip.
You
Right?
were just the tip.
We were just the tip. We were
Gets you
just
every time. Gets you every
and
time. See, here
let
you are
me
10 years later.
Yep, and let me tell you, that's when
Addicted.
Jordan Knight jumped up on this chair there in front of me, and I didn't know what to do. I just didn't know
Lost
what
their
to
fan.
do.
Wait.
I
So
wanna kill you.
did they do 2 shows at Fenway, or just that one show where it rained and they recorded it?
I think it's just the. I
I think
think they
it's
just did
two.
the one. We only went to one, but they may have done 2.
No,
Was
I
it
think they
pouring
did
rain
two.
for your
Was
show,
pouring
Nikki?
rain. Yeah, because I kept saying careful, careful, because they were like sliding down the ramp. I'm like, I
That was
don't want an
amazing.
injury.
That
I don't know. I don't know why, but I think it was for me. I don't know why I think it was 2 because it was like my daughter's birthday, like June 16th. It was around there, I think, and people were telling me like, "Oh, you want to go to Boston? You can have my ticket." I think it was somewhere in the nosebleeds. People just give their tickets out, generous blockheads, and I was just like, I would love to go because I mean, like that's epic, right? Like
Right.
Yankee fan
Yeah.
here going to Fenway. It is, you have to give, respect where it's due. So it's epic. New Kids on the Block on Fenway, and I remember it was raining, but I couldn't go because I was like, I'm not gonna drive there by myself. I would
Yeah.
drive, but like where am I gonna stay? And it was
Yeah.
just like from one day to the next. So it was just like, I guess I won't go.
It
But
was.
let it be now.
Yeah.
I'm on there.
It was at the height of my Boston. I was a huge Red Sox fan. I mean, I'm a
Okay.
fan now, but I was like into the stats and like knew all the
Oh.
players and could tell you what their wins and losses
Yeah, because
were.
Norman Garcia Parra was there.
Yeah, and I was just could you imagine? I was on the field. Like my knees got weak and I was like there's dirt there. I could like take that dirt home and give it to Kevin.
Yes.
Like,
you can get
Wow.
but I didn't. But I was just like, just to be at Fenway and watching New Kids on the Block and
It's
watching
like-
Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
It was just, it was amazing. It was so amazing.
And the sound effect.
Yeah.
And they were just all over. Like
Yeah.
I watched that DVD so many times because I was just like, oh my gosh, like this looks. I'm so mad that I was not there because that would have been the show to go to. That whole tour, it seems.
And Brooke is in the Wahlburgers picture. We've talked about that. The Fenway
Yeah.
Wahlburgers picture. I got cut out. That's okay.
Her claim to fame.
That's right. She's like, wait a second, is that me? And I'm like, shut up. It is you. Ah.
Love it.
So
Love
speaking
it.
of Backstreet Boys, that is
Yeah.
what the topic of discussion is today. We're going to talk a little bit about the Las Vegas residency.
Yes.
Can you hear Victoria?
No, I can't.
No.
Is she singing?
Is she-
She's yodeling
Oh.
something.
Oh no, I can't hear your daughter
Oh.
yodeling. Wow, that
Okay.
quarantine is really getting to her, huh? She's picking up a new skill.
Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, so you know what? This really ties into my choice for the bracket, right?
Mhm.
My
You and your
NKOTBSB.
Yep.
We've talked about NKOTB, and now we're moving into BSB.
That's right.
Just
That's
saying.
right.
Okay. Segueing.
That was a great
Segueing, yeah.
segue.
So, I feel like I kind of remember when they announced that they were doing a residency. Well, cut switch to they did a tour after that NKOTBSB tour in a world like this when they released a new album, and for some strange reason I could not make it to their tour stops in New York, and at some point I was like, you know what, I'm gonna travel for them. I'm gonna go to another state, and at this point they were only doing shows in Mexico.
Oh.
Oh my Lord.
So I was like, I've never been to Mexico. There's a perfect opportunity to go to Mexico. So I started to like research, and like our dollar was way stronger than the Mexican money.
Listen,
So
Donnie,
like
stop tweeting.
I could get like an ultimate VIP with the Backstreet Boys for like fraction of the cost.
Oh, hey.
So I was like, I messaged my friend Jen Lee, and I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna go to Mexico to see the Backstreet Boys. She was like, no, you're not. like, no, I forbid you. Because I would be going basically by myself to a country I've never been to. I think it was like Guadalajara or something like that.
Oh,
And she talked me out of it, but I'm kind of mad that she did because it would have been a great adventure.
Madness.
it would have
Madness.
been. It
So,
would have been.
yeah,
And you see,
I'm
this is
sure.
where it goes to the part of the head, how the new kids rose from the groins to the heart to the head, because
Yes.
only madness, only madness. It was like,
It's not madness. It's called
it's
traveling, and
madness.
I've done it. I mean, I've traveled before. I just hadn't gone to Mexico. Um, so when I heard about the Vegas residency, I was like, okay, well, it's in the U.S. You can't stop me now. I'm going.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
But I was gonna probably be going by myself because it is a trip. It is an expense. So I kept going back and forth about getting tickets. And I think I looked like they announced it maybe like November of what 2016, and by the time 2017 hit, I usually like to plan out my year and where I'm going to travel to. I was like, that's it. I'm
Oh
going to go
my
see it.
God.
I'm getting a ticket. So I had been stalking tickets and I got a ticket for BSB. I was going by myself to Vegas. I'm going to this residency. And I just, you know how your phone spies on you?
we're watching.
Sorry.
We're watching Maria pour a glass of wine.
All kinds of background noise.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Shh. Mute. Go ahead. Gotta refill.
Okay, so
Too,
your
too bad they
phone.
couldn't see. Too bad they couldn't see the face I made, Nikki.
Yeah, that was a great. That was a
Oh,
great Jackie face right
listen,
there.
I got
You guys
pictures of that
missed
face.
it.
I'll post it.
You
The
guys
Jackie
missed
face.
it.
I got a picture. Yes, we will submit that picture of the Jackie face. Exactly.
I love
You
the
know which
Jackie
one I'm talking
face.
about.
You know somebody's
Yes.
in trouble when you see her make that face. Somebody's in trouble.
Usually
And you
me.
hope it's not you. You hope it's not you.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh my gosh, what have you guys done to me? Um, so your phone spies on you, right?
Mhm.
Basically. So now all of a
Right.
sudden, Facebook started showing like BSB Vegas face groups and stuff. So I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Let me join. So I joined and was scrolling through, and some girl had posted like, "Oh, I really want to get like one of the meet and greets because the way their Vegas show ran is you got a regular ticket, but
Mhm.
you could get an add-on like meet and greet with the guys for like $500.
Hey, that's not bad. Listen to me. That's a steal.
That's an add-on on top of the ticket. You have to pay another $500.
Yes,
But you got to meet
an in,
them.
an
I know.
individual, yeah, meet and greet with them. All right, don't someone spread the word to the new kids. Um, and you got like the little pre-party, blah 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 blah. So I was like, oh, this is interesting. So this one girl, another girl commented and said, oh, I'm really interested in too, but I don't know. I'm going by myself. And I'm like, oh, I'm going by myself too. I'm interested, but I don't know. Then another girl chimed in and said, oh, I'm interested too, but I don't know. Um, so there was another girl saying like, oh, I really want to go and get an individual too, but I'm going by myself. I don't know. And the next thing you know, we basically egged each other on, three strangers, to go get an upgrade with the Backstreet Boys, and we were like, we'll be each other's hangout buddies. We're all
Oh.
sitting in different places in the
That's
venue,
cool.
but we'll meet each other there, and we'll be each other's buddies. So I was like, okay, let's do that. Um, so cut switch to my first Vegas trip. I was by myself. Um, we met up with each other before the show um, and hung out at the pre-party. We got to know each other a little bit, in between January and March when the show was, which happened to be St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Oh.
St. Patrick's Day weekend in Vegas.
Oh. I bet that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was cray. It was pretty cray. Um, as a matter of fact, the night before, I actually went to go see Boys to Men.
Oh, fun.
It's
Because
like a
they were doing
90s
a
week.
show. Yeah, they were doing a show there. And then, oh gosh, I'm all over the place. So yes, I went to see Boys to Men the night before, and then I went to the Backstreet Boys after party after the Boys to Men show.
Ooh.
So in between me getting the concert tickets and the
Jackie was
upgrade,
living the life.
they announced an after party. So I knew some people going to the show, some blockheads going to the show on the 17th, and they were like, "Are you going to go to the after party?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to go to the after party after my show."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, come to the one before." And I was like, "Okay, what am I going to be doing? I'm there by myself." So wherever you go, you always find people.
Right.
So that was really fun, but it was
You also have to have the
also
personality, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, and Jackie, don't. I'm giving you a compliment, so.
Mhm.
Jackie, please.
There's another Jackie face.
Uh-huh. But I'm just saying you have to have the personality to go along with it, because I think I could go to Vegas and not make any friends, but somehow be dancing on top of bars. But I would not be making friends.
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of knew this blockhead from before through acquaintances, and she just happened to see I was going to the show and said, "I'm going to be there too," with some people who were really, really Backstreet Boys fans. So it was just an opportunity for us to hang out and get to know each other. But we had a really good time at the after party, and then I was like, "Oh man, I can't wait for the concert now," because not all the guys came through. I think it was Nick and Howie and Kevin came through. So, and it was pretty fun.
How many people were there, would you say?
At the after party?
Yeah.
Probably like maybe 200, 150 people.
Ooh.
Their after party was a little funny in that they had a space sectioned off at a regular nightclub,
Mm-hmm.
but other people just coming to the nightclub could be there too.
Oh.
So
they don't rent out the whole club, they just rent out.
And it's not even like they rented out a section. Like there was a VIP section for people who paid ultra, kind of for like a meet and greet at the after party. But then there was like a general admission ticket for like, I don't know, $40 or something. Sorry. Yes, Maria? I hear heavy breathing.
Yeah. I'm just picking the I'm sorry. The whatchamacallit? The screensaver for my computer laptop. New kid. I'm hot.
Okay. So yes, I'm like, I don't even know what that had to do with the conversation. I'm just gonna be honest.
I don't know who did this or who took this picture, but I mean, look at that. That is a great picture.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
she was,
okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So she was looking at a new kid's picture, hence the heavy breathing.
Yeah.
Now we understand a little bit more.
Jordan's front and center, and you can see his pecs.
Oh my God. Okay.
Anyway, the meet and greet was really great. It was fast as usual, but they're always in the same order no matter what.
Oh.
So Brian is like the Danny of the group. He comes and welcomes you and leads you in. The next is AJ. Nick is always in the middle. Kevin's always next to
Jordanite.
I guess so. Kevin's always next to them, and then Howie's at the end. He's kind of like the see you later. But it was a really cute picture. I will send a copy to you.
Yes.
And I was just like, this is my first time, seeing your show in Vegas. I'm so excited. And they're like, well, we hope you enjoy it. And so it's a little bit, you have a minute or two to say something to them. I'll say that.
That's more than great.
Yeah. And then their little party lounge was cool. They had like 2 drinks of wine, a beer, or you could combine it to get a hard drink. They had snacks. They had a little like a photo booth, I guess. Like what do you call those things where you like hold up the faces, a mustache, glasses,
yeah, it's
and
like
you can make a GIF, like a GIF maker type thing. Yeah, so we did that and we kind of just chilled, and then it was time to enter the venue. And I am so happy that I did this show before I went with Maria the second time because I was studying everything. And even though I had a seat, one of my friends, and sorry, Jenica and Lisa are the two girls I met. Jenica had a pit ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So at the venue, they have kind of like a catwalk, and then they have these two pit areas on either side of the catwalk, and then they have like seats. And Jenica had a pit seat, and because we were in there before everyone else, she kind of was going to have access to probably the best part of the pit.
Oh, that's amazing.
But they also sell tickets that have a beat the line feature.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think the venue knew what they were in for. So as soon as they opened the doors, it was like a whoosh. Like I lost Jenica in the sea of girls. Like I was like, you save yourself. So, but I guess she's fast because she ended up with a really good spot. But the show was just so amazing from the beginning to the end. Just the way it opened, the way they revealed themselves, the spectacle of it all, the songs, the way they went into the crowd, the way they were like engaging the fans. It was so good. I was screaming my head off the whole time and singing, and they had like this opening video sequence where they're going through all their different videos in a mix medley. It was a good show. It was a really good show. And I'm pretty sure I knew I was going to be back.
What was your favorite part of the show? Like what was your most favorite song that they did there?
Oh man. Sheesh. They have so many good songs. Nikki, I can't even tell you.
What did they open to?
Hold up. Oh my gosh. I'm picturing it. Get Down?
Oh,
I think it
okay.
was Get Down.
Because I saw part of it on the James
Corden?
James Corden show when he was the back.
Yes.
Yes. And they like.
Oh my
came
gosh.
in.
I'm envisioning it, but I'm trying to remember what the song is. I know what they're wearing. I know what they're dancing to. I'm pretty sure it's Get Down.
Okay. Like get down,
Get down,
and move it
all around. Get down, get down. Okay. But it was a good show. And then Jenica and Lisa and I went to our original after party.
Ooh.
And that was maybe because we went on a Saturday. It was super mobbed.
Oh.
It was even crazier. But we still got a nice view and stuff. It's really hard for those type of venues for them to be able to interact with people.
Yeah.
Because they're going to get mobbed. And,
right.
you know, Vegas brings international fans and so on. But they had dancers for their show, and they did like their chair dance. It was a good show.
That's awesome.
Yes. I was fangirling big time.
Okay, the chair dance. I'm sorry, I had put myself on mute. But yeah.
So I think maybe my description of the show may have enticed Maria to want to go. Because when they announced that they were adding on more shows, like they were going to do a whole second leg, to my surprise, Maria was like, I want to go.
It was, first of all, I've never been to Vegas. And second of all, it was amazing because, like, I liked the Backstreet Boys. I don't think, it was like late high school, which I wasn't really paying attention to much music.
Maria's daughter just walked by.
she slid by. And so then for like the big things, I was mostly in Japan. I wasn't even here. So when I got back, it was pretty cool to like. When I got back, it was Britney Spears. Mm-hmm. And Britney Spears, yes, but I love my boy bands. I'm always attracted to my boy bands. So And then when they did NKOTBSB, I was just like, oh my god, I do love them. It's because you have like it's so weird. Okay, so when they say you have a favorite something, you just have to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, it was like, okay, your favorite boy band, New Kids on the Block, right? But it's not really like that. Like you have much affection for, you know, NSYNC or Backstreet Boys or whatever, because each of them may have like a, you know, a memory to you, or
Right.
you know, evoke certain feelings or whatnot. So yes, so that's why I was like, yeah, I want to go. That would be amazing. But I also want to
So
go to Paris.
yeah. So we got tickets, and it was going to be February. We got tickets, I think, in June, but the show wasn't until February of the next year.
Oh wow.
February 2018. And I'm a planner, so I was like hounding Maria, like, we got to book these flights, like, you know, it's only like 3 months away, you know, if any sooner, any closer than that, the flight prices are going to go up, the hotel prices are going to go up, etc., etc. And she didn't quite get back to me, and I was like, oh, forget it, I'm not booking this flight. And then like a few days later, okay, maybe we'll pause for a second.
Oh no! I mean, well,
No, so she could cut it out.
No, that's fine. It's no big deal.
Oh,
That's no big deal.
it's the ambulances going by.
No big deal.
So like maybe a week later or 2 weeks later, Dancing for Hope was announced, and it was going to be February 2nd, and our Backstreet Boys show is February 3rd in Vegas.
That's right. I forgot about that.
in my head, I'm like, well, you know, I don't know if that was my first one. I think that must have been my first one, because the other one was a brunch.
Yes.
And so I was like, well, to change around. I mean, just the idea of changing the whole flight, like a planned trip that Jackie took time to plan it all, because she does plan it all. And to be like, oh, well, you know, the idea was just like, it just kind of floated in my head and then just right back out, because that would be too much.
I think we both thought we weren't going to be able to make it. We were like, oh. And I'm like, but wait, we haven't booked our flight yet. We could just go to Boston.
But I didn't want to like put you out of the way. You know what I mean? Like I felt that it was going to be putting you out of the way, because you planned everything so far ahead, and just for like the last minute to change it, kind of like, I was just like, so it came into my head and it flew right back out. I pushed it out. But then Jackie was like, she said it. She was like, so how about? And then I was like, yes, I'm going with it.
Yeah.
She had to say it, because I didn't want to, like, you know.
I'm like, they're 3 hours behind us. By the time we get to Vegas, we'll still be early.
Yeah.
It is amazing. It's so much fun. I'm so happy to have met Jackie, because she, like, who else would agree to this madness? Who else would agree to plan a trip months ahead, and then because Jordan Knight has, like, you know, I don't know how long he advance he gave, you know, for the Dancing for Hope. But
I feel like I was like at a Janet Jackson concert, and you guys were messaging me like crazy.
I was just like, to change it around, or to add it to whatever the plan was, or to the trip, already a big ass trip. For me, it was a big trip. You know what I mean? Like it, but she was crazy enough to go along with it. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. So we started our weekend driving down to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Dancing for Hope. We, I think, took a cat nap for an hour, and then got on an early flight to Vegas to go see the Backstreet Boys.
I started my first Vegas trip with a bang. It was amazing.
We almost missed our transport to the airport. It was a mess.
Oh no!
Whose fault was that? Was that my fault?
Yes.
I don't know. It was.
Yes.
Was that my fault? Yes.
Yes. I think she took like hotel plates and so on into the transport van and was eating breakfast and having like a chit chat with the driver or something. She was still
Oh my
intoxicated.
God! All I remember was just chit chatting.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go see Backstreet Boys. I'm going to Vegas. It's my first time. Be excited for me. And he was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. But mind you, it was like a van full
And
of
it was like
people going.
4:30 in the morning.
Oh. I don't remember the food part, but yeah, I
Yeah.
remember being jacked up. And then I woke up. Well, that flight was kind of bumpy once it got to like the Rocky Mountains.
Yes.
And I woke up so thirsty. You know when you like hungover and you just wake up in the middle of the night and your mouth is a desert?
Yes.
And you're like, I need air. Well, that. And then it was bumpy, so I kind of got nauseous, but I wasn't sure if I was nauseous because of the bumpiness of the turbulence, or if because I was about to throw it because I was hungover.
Oh.
And I was like looking. I seriously was looking at that. I was like, "Where's the bag? Where's the bag? Where's the bag? I need a bag." Because I don't know.
Oh,
Nowadays they don't really put the bags. And I was like, "Where's the bag? Oh my God, what if I do this? Oh my God, I can't embarrass Jackie like this." I don't know why I think that way, but I do. Like if I'm around somebody, I feel like I can't embarrass the other person like that. If I'm by myself, I'm a damn fool. So be it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, I get it.
It's like, oh my God, what's the bag? Just breathe. I was focusing and centering myself up in 35,000 feet in the air.
So we also knew of another group of people going to the show through our friend Drew.
Okay.
One of her good childhood friends had a brother who I'm not sure what Brian's disability is, honestly.
Is it Down
doesn't
syndrome?
matter. Down
Oh.
syndrome. Thank you. I'm like, because it doesn't matter to me. But he's a big Backstreet Boys fan. So he had lost his mother just that past Christmas,
Oh.
and his older siblings
Get ready to
surprised
cry, y'all.
him.
Just saying.
Yeah, surprised him with tickets to see the Backstreet Boys in Vegas. He had never been on a plane. He had never left his state. So his brother did like a big reveal at Christmas time, and
There's a
I do have
video.
permission. I do have permission to show the video.
Oh,
And
yay.
you know, I was out with Drew at Wahlburgers. We were having a Blondies night at Wahlburgers, and she just happened to mention this, and I was like, "Oh, send me the video." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm in tears." And I'm like, "Do you think it would be okay if I tweeted the Backstreet Boys about this? Maybe they could do something special for him," not knowing that his brother had also gotten him a meet and greet as part of the surprise. So
there were many surprises that day.
yes. So
she just gave you another Jackie face. I'm just saying, like, I think there should be a drinking game every time that is a Jackie face. Yeah, just take a shot, take a drink.
So I had tweeted the Backstreet Boys the video, and I asked some of the Backstreet groups, "Can you retweet this? I'm really hoping the Backstreet Boys will see this."
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin saw it and liked it.
Oh, yay!
So I was like, okay, so he knows about Brian. Perfect. So Maria also got surprised with a meet and greet.
Yes. I didn't know anything. First of all, I was mostly drunk. But then I didn't know how anything of this worked. It was first time in Vegas, and why she was like, you should get dressed now. And I was like, okay, but it's like 2:00 or something like that. It was like really early. And she's like, you should get dressed now because you never know. And I just like, all right, no problem. I'm just gonna go with the flow, sure. And she like, aw, Jackie, aw.
I told you before you left, though. I told you so that you knew to get yourself.
I thought you were telling me.
No, I told you in Vegas, but I mean,
You did. I think it was after I got my flip flops, my Britney Spears flip flops. Like
I told
10.
you before you started getting ready that you're going to meet the Backstreet Boys. Surprise.
That's an awesome surprise. Oh my gosh.
It was like okay, so yeah, I didn't get it. I was like, yeah, we're gonna go see the Backstreet Boys. She was like, yeah, no, but you're gonna like, and she said something that I was just like blurred my mind because I don't know. I was like, what?
I'm
She was
pretty
like,
sure
yeah.
there was a Yelp on Las Vegas Boulevard. Like, what do
I was like, oh
you
my
mean?
god, what? No. And then she had to like say it to me like I was, 4 years old.
I'm like,
But yeah, it was
you're gonna go meet the Backstreet Boys.
it was very what I could say is like it was there are certain moments of people like right now with the coronavirus and you see these random acts of kindness that brings, your faith back in humanity. And so for me at that time I was going through some crazy shit and it was like the major thing was distrust, right? If there was a word to go through that whole thing was distrust, like on distrust. I don't know if did I just make up a word. Anyway, so and and for her to be so kind and just I like just thinking about it, like $500 for like an individual and all this other stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I can't even like think about this. How much is this? And she's like, don't worry about it. It's a gift. And I'm like, what? There was no way I can repay Jackie for that. But that's what got me emotional.
And I did get a discounted ticket because someone was selling it. So I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity.
It's
And
not
then
about a discount. It's about the act itself.
I just added myself into it.
That's awesome. I love it.
So I was like, we'll have this experience together. And then we knew that Brian was going to be there. So we'll have the experience with him. And we had never met him before. Like, we were going to meet him for the first time in Vegas. Maria had met his brother before with Drew. And she was quite entertaining at that party, I understand. So I said to the brother, like, okay, so does he know that you're in Vegas to see the Backstreet Boys? He's like, no, he doesn't know anything. He thinks we're just here in Vegas. He's never traveled before, so he thinks it's just a trip for him to travel. And I'm like, so when are you going to tell him that he's seeing the freaking Backstreet Boys?
That excited to go to Vegas. He didn't even know the Backstreet Boys were going to.
No.
Excuse me.
So we meet up for the meet and greet party, pre-party thing, and he still doesn't know. He still doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, because we were sitting in lounges and we went through like little photo booths and things like that. And little did he know that there was like behind the actual Backstreet Boys. So he was trying to like, okay, you want to get some snacks, and we were just sitting down in these lounges, and it was so cute.
He was guarding his conversation so other people couldn't. So he couldn't hear other people talking about like when we meet the Backstreet Boys. We knew not to say anything. So he thought he was just at some Vegas pre-party because at this point he knew he was going to the concert. So even going to the concert, he was so excited, He's like, Brian's my favorite Backstreet Boy. I love them. I know all their songs. I mean, Brian, you just wanted to just cuddle him up. He was just the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah. He wins your heart immediately.
Yeah, immediately. Just genuine, good soul. And so then we line up for the picture. So again, I've done this before, so I kind of know how it goes. So I was telling his brother, like, oh, he's going to be able to see them like through the screen. So me and Maria are using our bodies to block his view because Brian is short, and we're almost at the point where he's about to meet the guys, and then we have to separate because one of us has to go in. We're going in one at a time. So I was like, okay, I'll go in first. You try to block his view because Maria's way taller than me, and I'll alert the guys that Brian is here. Hopefully Kevin will remember he saw this video. So I walk in, I do my thing. Hey guys, blah blah blah. And as I'm leaving, I'm like, Kevin, this kid Brian, I had made a video that his mom passed away. Blah blah blah. He's like, oh yeah, he remembered.
Oh.
Tears.
Oh.
And they let Maria. Was it your camera or was it Steven's boyfriend?
I didn't have a camera.
Okay, so Brian's brother's boyfriend was with us, and they let him film it. So we have video of me leaving and telling Kevin, like, oh, Brian is here. And as soon as he comes in, well, Maria also went in after, right? Did you go in after
I think
me?
he saw a little bit before that, I think it was.
Right.
But he was just so excited.
there's video of it, and it's very sweet actually, because as I'm in, he's trying to look past Maria, and he realizes that it's the real Backstreet Boys, because
Oh,
I
we're
had to give
telling
him a
him
hug.
we're telling him that you're taking pictures with like a cardboard cutout, and that's what we're lined up for. And then he's like, you see in the video, he's like, it's really them. It's really them. And he's tapping
oh,
Maria. He's like, it's really them. And he hugs Maria. He's just like, oh my God. Like, you
Aw.
see the freak out in him. It's the best thing ever. And I'm just thinking about it, I want to cry because it was so sweet.
Yeah. It is.
I can't
And then
wait
when
to
you
see
find,
it again. I remember
Get
seeing
ready.
it.
get
It
ready.
is.
Get ready, people. Tissue alert. And then when
For
he walks
real.
in, the guys immediately like just embrace him and like, hey. And Kevin's like, oh, I saw your video, that you got surprised with this trip. We're so happy to have you. And just they come in for a picture with him, and they're like, you're the sixth Backstreet Boy now. And
Oh,
he is just
So it
he's
was.
like above the moon. It was the sweetest thing ever. And then
And
they
the
were
thing is,
like,
like, they like, okay, so we love our new kids, and we
right.
each have, but the Backstreet Boys, they're all of them, all five of them, all five. There's five, all five of them, not just four, but all five are so loving. And when they saw Brian, and I don't think it's just because of Brian, but I think they did a little bit extra because of the situation that he was in. He has lost his mom, and can't just give, it. They did, give a little bit more, but I think they just give. New York City, the Heights.
NYC.
Um,
It's actually been a calm night for the traffic sound. So sorry.
did you give a notice to the fire department? Like, listen. Anyway, but no, they all embraced him, and they just give him, listen.
So she can edit it out.
Well, she can edit this out. But yes, they really, really are really amazing and sweet and soft, and all five of them, not just particularly four, or one stands out more than the other.
Right.
So, if you're not a Backstreet Boy fan, become one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's worth it.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
now I
just
want to
so
meet
sweet.
them. I want to meet them
Oh.
now.
They're so sweet.
I was
They're
part of
so
the
nice
Nick
and they're
Carter
so
fan
chill.
club. Yeah.
Oh, I still am.
I joined
still
all
am.
the
Me too.
stuff. After NKOTBSB, I joined the Backstreet Boys fan club. I joined the Nick Carter fan club. Like,
It's not expensive, actually.
No, it was
It's
so
not.
reasonable. I think
Yeah.
like Nick Carter's was like $35.
$20.
And you got a
Something like
t-shirt.
that. Yeah. Yeah. It's very.
I was like,
And do you actually get it?
yeah, I
Yeah.
got it.
I'm wearing my BSB as we speak.
I would
So-
be drinking out of my mug if I had it.
So I know I was kind of a mess after that for a little bit. I needed
Yeah.
to like regroup and like reapply makeup and so on. But we had no time for that because guess what? They were about to open the concert venue.
Oh my gosh. And all those people were going to come flooding in.
They were gonna come. They were gonna come in. There were already people in. I guess they got savvy on the whole beat the line ticket people, letting them in as well. So me and Maria had
That
pit
was
seats
so
this
weird.
time
Oh.
because So I was like, Maria, we gotta make sure we're down there and be ready to go. It's very orderly though. They walk you down, etc., etc.
You felt like a
And that's-
princess because it was like the VIP was like on the second floor, and then there was like this like stairs that kind of went around this whatever the place was, and you felt like, oh,
As
like
you're walking
what is
down, right?
that hotel in Florida, the Flamingo or something? This is
Uh,
beautiful. Anyway,
So we're in line, and
Fancy.
Maria loves her lives. She's documenting this trip,
oh
and
I remember.
my god,
And she's like, oh, I got surprised with the meet and greet. It was great, blah, blah, blah. And then in the process of this, she's like, okay, we're moving. So we're walking, and they're like, orderly fashion, one after the other, no running, no pushing. And we're like, okay, here we go, yay. And then all of a sudden, you just see like a jerk move. People just started like a stampede.
Oh,
just
no.
running, pushing. And this one girl, she was like, what's that Jackie Joyner Kersey? She was just swift.
Jeez.
And we're trying to go downstairs. Like it's a lot of people. And
Yeah.
All of a
It
sudden,
was another curve
was
going
another
down.
curve.
So you want to if you have heels or whatever. Point being is that you can trip, especially when people are pushing you. You don't know where to
Right.
go, or it's a mass. It's like you don't want to step on people. So all those elements, and for somebody to be pushing you, you just want to
Yeah.
cut a bitch.
So it's pretty funny because we go from extremely elated to stop pushing me, don't push me. What's going on? And then all of a sudden you see me running like I'm in the Olympics in Maria's video into the pit to try and secure a spot. Because I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna follow the rules if everybody else isn't.
No.
F this.
Right.
I think I was running by security. I'm like, you need to stop those people from pushing.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going.
I'm done. That's it. We got a great spot.
Oh my God.
And I will let Maria talk about the concert because I mean, it was definitely even better from the pit than from where I was the first time.
I don't know if I could do it justice. It was just waiting for it. The whole scenery, the production, the lights, the design, everything. And top of that, you're in Vegas. So it was just amazing. And then the show itself, they're like, we were in the pit, so they walked around
us.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, I love you, Howie.
Yeah, and they make full use of the main stage, but they also use the catwalk, and then it like branches out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're almost like in a what do you call it? Like a W inside the W.
Oh.
And
so you kind of could see it from all angles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. I mean, there's some points where we were getting their back, but that's okay.
Hey, that's all
I
right.
was fishing their butt.
We were checking out butts. Yeah, we were like all about it. Man,
Yes.
Kevin's thighs, Lord of mercy.
AJ, Kevin's got the thighs, him and Nick. Thick thighs. I love them. Thick thighs.
Nick Carter.
Thick thighs save lives. Boy, oh boy.
Oh my gosh. And you can see them sweat. It was they work hard. That's one thing I gotta say about the Backstreet Boys. They are always on tour. There are always some tour somewhere in around the world.
Yeah.
If it's not the North Pole, it's the South. But they are on tour. Not even the coronavirus can stop them. I mean, like, it had to be a pandemic for them to come back home. But
finally stop, right? One thing I forgot to mention, which is a fun fact for you, Nikki, is there is a moment in the show where they pull someone from the audience onto the stage for the song "Shape of My Heart." And the first show that I went to, it was Lance Bass.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I would die.
I was like, is that
I think you
Lance
sent me
Bass?
pictures. I think you were like, Lance is here. I think you did. I'm almost positive you sent me pictures of Lance.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
oh no, because Lance was also there the last time I went to Vegas.
Oh, okay.
With his husband too.
Yes.
Apparently, Lance is a big Backstreet Boys fan.
That
I
makes
could you
things
not.
even
I
more
think there's all like a
amazing.
camaraderie.
Yeah.
I can't remember who was our person, Maria. They usually bring a celeb. I can't remember. You can't remember either, huh?
I have the worst memories, so no. I just remember the excitement of it, and Brian was like, "That's him right there. That's Brian right there." And
he had such a great time at the concert. And I feel like we had some interaction with the guys, as they were walking up and down the catwalk. It was, I don't know, it's a good show. YouTube it. I'm sure there's tons of videos. They're just in the audience and engaging and making eye contact and touching fans. It's just a great, great party. If you envision a Vegas show, like they did it.
So did they live there?
I mean, that was my first one, and it was
Nick moved there temporarily.
Okay.
While they were doing the residency, and I guess he still is there now. That's his home.
Oh wow.
And then
his wife was there. Their wives were there.
Were they there?
It was the cutest thing because I remember seeing Nick, when they sing to one of those romance songs and they could point out at somebody, but then he was his affection towards her, winking or talking or singing to her kind of from far away. I was like, oh my God, they're in love. I want to be in love. I don't want to be like that. But yes, it was very, very cute. Everything about the show, there's confetti, there's the smokes, there's lights, there's boy band choreography. Like
Yes.
it's just there's shininess, there's everything.
They did a really
Yeah.
good job. Like the
Everything.
showmanship of it was
The
right
showmanship
on.
of it all, the dancing, the costumes,
The set design was
the
like
set
amazing.
design.
I need
Their
to Google it
dancers
now.
their dancers were even fun. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm not
I was
usually
really
one
impressed.
with the dancers. You know, like when New Kids on the Block had their dancers, I was like, get the hell off the stage.
Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
going to
with
be
you
honest.
right there.
That's exactly what I said.
Get the hell.
You don't need any dancers. Get the hell off the stage.
They were warming up. They weren't sure what they, you know,
I
what the
know.
They
fans were
learn
going to be
fast. They learn
receptive to.
fast.
I know,
Like,
but that was the one thing my friends remember when I talk about when New Kids reunited. I was like, get those dancers the hell off the stage right now. I was so mad.
I don't want to see nobody getting, sexy with my what you call it, sweet taboo. Like,
Yeah.
keep my fantasy going. Maybe I didn't mind the dancers with the Backstreet Boys because it's not my
Right.
sweet taboo.
Right.
But they were really, really good though. And from what I saw from the New Kids on the Block, the dancers, there was like this thing like, we're going to do the safe dances. I'm not going to throw
Right.
my leg up on your shoulder and you're going to do me some tango and drag me across the stage kind of thing. They were like, they weren't committed as committed as the Backstreet
They were kind of
Boys
like
dancers.
Yeah.
cheerleaders in the background. That's kind of what
Yeah,
it was.
no.
Yeah.
Now, the Backstreet
Yeah,
Boys were dancing with these girls. They were dancing.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, and so much so that you can just imagine yourself being them and be like, yes,
Yes.
give me AA battery tonight.
Oh, shit.
You can totally edit that out.
No, I'm keeping that in. That's great.
Let's just note that Maria said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll take it out
that
if you
good.
want me to. I'll take it out if you want me to. Okay.
I mean, they did it well.
Yeah.
There was like a.
They
I mean,
committed.
yeah, if that's what they. And hey, the wives were there and they were fine with it. So.
Jackie, you're making me want to go to a concert now. Now I'm all for it. I'm ready.
Listen,
So good. It was
can't
so
wait.
good.
I have my next Backstreet Boys show in July. Let's see if it happens.
Where are they going to be in July?
In New York. They're coming back to the States. They're doing another run in the States.
Oh, nice.
Hardworking men.
They're hard work. These guys have been touring since the beginning of 2019.
That's
okay.
insane.
Oh wait, no.
No, since the beginning
May.
of time. Like, when did they take a break from? Okay, so that was 2017, right? Or 2016?
No. Because we went to the end of their I went to the end of their Vegas residency in April 2019.
Okay, so there
they
you
started
go.
their world tour like in June.
Wow.
And
And
they
before
were
that, there was another tour, right? I mean, like, just
No.
wiki it. Give it a goose. Like,
When did Kevin come back?
Kevin came back for In a World Like This tour.
Okay.
So
That was what, 2016?
it was after the main event
are you
tour,
right now?
Yeah.
around that time.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
was
know.
so happy that he came back.
Yeah. I mean, I go from guy to guy in the Backstreet Boys too. I'm like a BSB slut. In the beginning, it was all about Brian. Then it moved to Kevin because he kind of looked like a model. Ooh, yeah.
Kevin, he's like
Yeah.
a fox.
Never Nick until Nick and Night, and because they had their album release party in New York.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's something to this guy.
Yeah.
And then I got glamorized or whatever they call
He's
it in
just
True
so
Blood.
nice. He's like,
Yeah.
okay, so he's very pretty. Okay, the boy's pretty.
Yeah, it's always been Nick for me. Always.
It's like
Yeah.
that Nick and Night, man. That was two pretty boys. It
Yes.
was just
Yeah.
left and right ovaries explode because they were just very pretty. And then when you get to meet them, I did a meet and greet with both of them, I guess, during that.
Ooh.
Nick and Night.
There was, when did I meet them? I don't know. No, it wasn't that. Anyway, my memory's wrong, so don't go by that. But I did meet him, and he was very, very nice, very, very humble, and just like
Yeah.
it was the signing, the CD signing, and
Oh, okay.
that's when I was I was telling Jordan. Well, okay, that's a whole story. But anyway, point being is I was like still, Jordan shy kind of thing, and I was telling the story, and Nick was like really interested. He was like, "So then what happened? Like, what happened?" And I'm like,
Nick.
"Oh, my words are failing me right now. I can't speak." And like he was just like, "What's going on? So what happened? Oh, that's your
Yeah.
daughter." Because I took my daughter with me, and she's like, "Oh," and I was like, "Ah!" But yes, he's just so sweet and so kind,
Yeah.
and the hugs, and the hugs are really hugs. You can feel his, maybe he has 25% body fat, BMI, or something like that, but you can feel it. You can feel it.
All right, Jackie,
You are
if you
cool.
go to a concert after New York, I'm in.
All
you
right.
let me know. I'm coming down.
I'll let you know.
I want to go.
Hey, I like to travel. I like to travel. So
I probably won't go to Mexico, but I'd go somewhere else.
Boston. I think that's what she's referring to, right?
No, I'd go somewhere else.
Wisconsin or Wyoming, remember?
Yeah.
Remember that those were like the still available
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Yeah. Omaha or something.
Yeah. Yeah. And then in Vegas, all it took was AJ saying, "Oh, come over here, baby." And I was like,
Oh, hey.
What? Oh yeah, I'm your baby now. Like, that's it. That's all it took. Yeah. So then I've been all about AJ for quite some time, and then
because AJ has that bad boy that Donnie has.
He does. He totally does.
And he takes it extra with he paints his nails, and he's like, "I don't care what you think about it." And you know what's so sexy about him is that like he has.
But he's
girls.
not a flirt. He's not a flirt. Nick is a flirt. He's not a flirt. He's very respectful. I mean, on the stage he gets into his zone, but
they
like
all do. They all do. I think they
well,
do
Brian does
job.
not get into a zone. Brian turns into goofy woofy.
I think Brian, when he's on stage, they do it. He gets it. But then once they stop the choreo, and that is their moment to show their personalities. That's when you see the goofiness of Brian. But AJ, he's just like, I have daughters, and they want to paint my nails, and I don't care. You can paint my nails, and that's on a rocket. It's just the security or the confidence he has as a man. Like, it doesn't matter what
he's a rock star. Like, he's like,
he is.
You know what I mean? He's like,
yeah. He's got that edge to him.
He does.
That edge to him.
I like that.
And then on the cruise, which hopefully maybe in the future I could talk about.
Oh yes, you are definitely coming back, and we're going to definitely talk about that.
I had a little love for Howie. Like, he is a funny dude. He is funny. He's probably the party animal of the whole crew. Honestly.
Really?
You would never think, but he is a party animal.
Besides Nick.
Nick.
Is he like a Joey McIntyre party animal?
How? No, he doesn't get like he's
like the Jordan Knight.
Yes, he's like a happy
Jordan
drunk.
Knight.
Okay.
Well,
yeah, he's a little goofy.
Drunk,
yeah, a little goofy. He's a little like over the drama kind of thing, but it's endearing.
Yeah. Like when he gets into his zone of being comical, it is funny. He is funny. Yeah.
But then he's also like a reserved a little bit.
Yeah.
So
that's why he's one of Maria's favorites of the band.
He is. I mean, I go through an up and down relationship with Howie. But right now we're good. We're in good status. But there are a couple of things that and nobody's perfect. Okay. No Outlook Espanol is not one of our favorite moments. But
we're not even gonna talk about that.
But he's cute. They all when they all dance and they'll they'll
have their own special swag. Yeah. So then cut switch to my third round of BSB Vegas.
Yes.
The two girls.
They know Jackie by first name status at this point.
They do not know me by first name status. I hate when people say that to me. It's not true. None of the new kids know my name.
People say that to me too, and I'm just like, I wish.
No. I
That is
wish.
not
You
the way
wish,
things-
right?
Yeah.
But you just put it out in the universe. That's why I'm saying it.
Yes. Okay.
Accept it.
So the two girls that I had met the first go around, we had stayed in contact. We went on a cruise together. When I was out in that, they're both from LA. So when I would go out to LA, we would hang out with each
Oh,
other.
that's
It
cool.
became like a friendship. So they announced that they were going to close their Vegas show, and we all messaged each other and was like, should we do it one last time together? Kind of like close it out together. So it was around my birthday weekend, and I was like, let's do this. So we were going to Vegas one last time for I think their second to last show, or maybe their last show. And we were going to meet up there. And then along the way, Jill,
Jill.
I want to say Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, Chicken Florida, Chicken FLA.
Chicken
Florida.
FLA, had said, because the way the venue was set up, you had the pit, then you had like these VIP tables, and then you had like regular seats.
Mm-hmm.
So those
And the tables are worth the money that they were paying for, because they would actually get in front of them and they would actually dance to the people that were actually in that
Whoa.
thing. Oh my God, they worth that room.
Yes, they do. They get out. They go everywhere. So she had mentioned how her friend had like 2 tickets at the table that she was trying to sell. Whoever was going couldn't go, etc., whatever the case be. And I was like, oh, that's nice, but you know, I don't know if I'm going to do 2 shows in a row, you know.
Mhm.
And then a few months passed by, and I was just like, Jenica, you want to do we're going to be there the day before. What are we going to do? Like,
Yeah.
just wait for the show the next day? Are you interested in this? She's like, hell yeah.
Nice.
So Lisa wasn't going to come until Saturday for sure because of work purposes. So Jenica and I came in like the day before, like we planned to, and we went to the show with Jill, and Dawn joined us.
Oh, wow.
And we were right there. Jenica, she's a huge Nick Carter fan, and Nick like primarily stands in front of that area where we were sitting
Oh, wow.
most of the time. So in all my videos, you just see her being like, he's right in front of me. He's right in front of me.
Oh.
But those seats, yes, they're worth the money. It was an amazing view. They're like right there.
Oh my
And then
God.
at some point, they go way, way back into the audience, kind of like the new kids do for Block Party. So we can't see because we're like at the lower part of the bowl type seating. And then at some point we hear all this commotion and we turn around and Nick Carter is literally behind us. Like dancing on top of the wall.
They work it so hard.
Dancing on top of a wall. And we're like, what just happened?
Oh my gosh.
So that was pretty amazing. And right next to us was that magician guy, Chris Angel.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So for the song where they usually bring up somebody to show the shape of their heart, they brought up Chris Angel.
That's funny.
So that was pretty amazing. And then the next night,
I have to say about I don't know about the venues. I've never been to any other Vegas venues, but from what I was told, you told me
been.
Where?
When we went to that motel.
Well, okay, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the actual,
Backstreet Boys show.
Kind of, because I think that they were sharing it. What you said with Jennifer Lopez.
Yes, they shared the theater with Jennifer Lopez and Pitbull.
Oh,
okay. So I mean, it seemed like kind of smaller. Not small, but it was smaller than what I'm used to, like the arenas or so. It was nice touch for me because it was smaller, and then it was like a half semicircle. So I think all the spots were really good.
Was it like the Apollo small, or was it like?
No, it's a little bit bigger than the Apollo.
It probably was like. What about Atlantic City? Is it bigger than Atlantic City?
Bigger,
definitely bigger than where we went to see Atlantic City. Yeah. No, this actually had
crazy,
seating.
By the way, Atlantic City was like there.
That was a ballroom.
It was a room. Yeah, it was
that was a ballroom. No, this was actual seated theater.
Yeah, so it was like a semicircle, and it was smaller than a stadium, but it was pretty big, and I don't know how many people fit in there, but it felt a little bit more intimate than what I'm used to. That's just what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they go, and it feels like they can touch just like about every single girl, whether it's with their eyes or with their hairs or with their ass. It's just like they make fan contact.
Because they all spread out. Everyone goes into the crowd. There's no one who stays
I
behind.
think I got sweated on by Nick Carter or AJ, and I was okay with that. I mean, I'm not really into body fluids, but that was all right by me. That's how close we were.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh, and Jackie, you didn't tell them about the when we got to the floor, and then some chick was like, some girls, they have the audacity to be holding spots. It's like, I'm holding, this is my spot. It was against the railings because they had to put railings in order for you not to like jump on
the
stage. And it was like, I'm holding this for my friend. We're like, excuse me? Like, because I think she was pushing onto us or something like that. It was just like, you were like,
so
there's another lie for that.
Yeah, I was already hot because this is right after the stampede to get into the pit.
Yeah.
The door dash.
So I'm trying to calm down, and all of a sudden this girl is just like, I'm holding all these spots for my friends. It's like basically one girl trying to hold the space for like 8 people.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I said, oh no, but I said a few other choice words. I'm like, I'm not being fucking nice anymore. It doesn't pay to be nice. Fuck this.
Well, okay,
I
don't know where this came from, but Jackie got it from, I think maybe the Real Housewives or something is what you said. But I think this word is so hilarious, the 2 words. Prostitution whore.
Oh, yes, I can say that.
I was doing a live when I hear that. I was like, okay, we'll be back. But it's just so
Oh.
Cut switch to your next live where I'm like, I apologize. That was very unladylike. She caught me in a moment.
All right. So what were we talking about? Sorry, we had a little bit of a I can't even talk. Technology situation.
Yeah.
FaceTime interruption.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. Thank you.
Okay, what was it? The Trulies? The Trulies?
Yeah, Trulies are kicking in. Yeah, my face.
Okay.
My face is red, so yeah.
I'm hot, man.
Haven't you seen me fanning myself down?
Yeah.
But it's also because of Jordanite, and we're talking about boy bands. So there's 10 hot boys, synchronized dancing moves. I just
I lost my shit on with that. You know what? I just don't do well when people are so aggressive.
Yeah.
And you know, the Backstreet Boy fans are younger than me.
They're about 10 years younger.
And they're swifter. But I had to show them who's boss.
Yeah, you did.
I'm like, no.
You can hear her in the live. Like, I'm a cut a bitch. Because it's another side of Jackie.
I love it.
They took me out of my element. And I said it too. I was like, I apologize. They took me out of my... Well, to our friends, they didn't need to hear me say I was going to cut somebody and call people prostitution boys. Like, just
take it as a warning. We're pissed off.
But I also was like, I'm not going to let this experience of getting to our pit area ruin the concert. I'm ready for this.
Right.
And it was magical, right down to the confetti at the end. There's something about confetti at the end of the concert.
And at the end, he was like so excited. I don't know, the confetti, the lights. Can you hear something?
No,
we can hear you.
Oh no, I had an alarm to brush my teeth.
Okay. Anywho, I'm not sure.
And there was an after party.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the after party for the second trip.
And
we didn't go right away. We went back to the hotel room to freshen up.
There was another live.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because that was in the morning for us.
Yes.
Yeah. And it alerted me I couldn't go back to sleep, and it alerted me on my phone, and I'm like, I'll just watch this. What's going on? Yeah, I remember
Oh my God. I think we were delirious by then because we had a run. So just because we're almost our 40s and whatever, Don't
Well,
sleep on
we
us.
had hardly slept because we
Right.
were up all night for our dancing.
We drove. What? How did we get to?
We drove with Rod and Jenny.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we did
because
that hour, 3 hour,
yeah
4 hour ride, and then we
to
went to
Boston.
Mexico home, and we didn't sleep because we had some Jackie hotel drinks, and so we were a little tipsy then. And then we went to the other place, the one next door to Navarra, and then we had some drinks, and then
we saw Jordan there.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And then we jumped over to Navarra, and then we saw Jordan again.
Abbey Park, that was the name of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we hadn't slept really. So by the time it was time for the after party, we were probably delirious. We were, because we hadn't really slept. Besides whatever happened on the plane. And it was, I mean, we didn't last very long. Like, we saw the guys and we were like, ah, they're like, okay, we're done.
My feet were hurting.
Yeah,
I brought the wrong shoes.
Yes, you did. Yes.
And then I couldn't find shoes in Vegas, so I had to buy these like big ass clown size Britney Spears.
Britney Spears flip flops. You still have them, don't you?
I do. I'm not gonna throw those away. They're like a memory. They flopping around.
They were like bedazzled.
It was so big that you couldn't even. I couldn't even walk. It gave me like a blister because it was so big that they were like just cut it my teeth, my toes. Oh man,
yeah.
It was so funny. But yeah, that it didn't. Vegas did not disappoint. And then we went to Old Vegas, and I think this is like an extra. You can do like this side bit for I don't know. But when we went to the second hotel. Mm-hmm. The night before had been Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl. I'm always in Vegas for these like crazy like American things.
Which, I don't know what we pulled up and we saw a whole bunch of like maybe 3 or 4 fire trucks. And Jackie was like, "This is not good." And I'm like, "Well, there's lights. Maybe you never know. It could be like Washington Heights. There's trucks everywhere." So we go in and there's like a huge line of it, like the lobby's packed with people, and so we had to get in the line. Jackie was like, "I can't handle this," but and what had happened was, and I'm just gonna say this to you, Patriot fan. Uh-oh. Yes, you. Uh-oh. Right. I don't know.
Was it a Patriot fan that did that?
It was. Oh. So now I don't know if he was upset or he was happy, but it seemed to be on the 10th floor. This Patriot fan, I think the Patriots lost that year.
No, they won.
They won?
They won by like...
Okay, so no, they didn't. That's the year that Philly won.
So right? Maybe, I think the Patriot fan was upset.
Yes. That's the year Philly won.
Upset. Couldn't accept the losing factor of the Super Bowl. So he went ahead and acted a fool, went and got the fire hose from the hallway and started spraying everybody like he was in like Animal House.
Oh my god.
Which then triggered all of the fire sprinklers from the 10th floor down, which flooded every floor from the 10th floor down.
On a particular side of the hotel.
Oh, no.
So when we walked in, we saw all those people who were all booked, on Super Bowl Sunday. You could just imagine it was full. Like Vegas, I guess, is always full, right? All these people were there, and then what they were telling us is that like this happened in the middle of the night, and so they had to go downstairs, and they couldn't go back upstairs. The porters had to go individually to each room and take people's things, and they were like redirecting, like putting them in the other hotel rooms and whatnot. And that's why they were in line to like get another room or get whatever. It was a mess. But thank you, Patriot fan.
Can we bring this back to NKOTB? Sure. Because we had I had some kind of hotel voucher, and that's why we were in Old Vegas. We were going to stay at this hotel for free. But in the meantime of booking this trip, they had announced that the cruise was going on sale.
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, that's right.
It was action-packed weekend in Vegas, I'll tell you.
So
emotions were everywhere.
I think we told the story already, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we have.
I don't think so.
So being the nerdy person I am, I had already called the hotel and said, well, how's your Wi-Fi? And of course, the person at the front desk is like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I need to book something very important while I'm there. I need to know what your Wi-Fi is like. Do I need to bring some kind of booster? Like,
Do we need to go to Starbucks? What do
I
we
was
need to do?
real
Because
serious. Yeah. Do we need to
like,
just change hotels, Maria? Because and honestly, we were supposed to fly out the morning. Like our flight was already
it was like
booked,
10 or something like that.
but the time we would have been in the middle of the air by the time the cruise went on
Oh
sale.
God.
And I
And
was
I was
like
crazy enough to say, like, okay, we can get the Wi-Fi
on the
in the
plane and try
plane,
to book the
and we can
cruise
try.
then.
Jackie was
I,
like, Jackie gave me the one well-deserved Jackie look.
Yeah, that would have
I
been
was
no
like,
way. No.
are you crazy? Are you crazy? So I changed our flights to make it later in the day. And I was like, we'll book it at the hotel. And we're either going to be really happy on the flight going back, or it's going to be a long flight back to New York
Oh
if we
God.
don't get on this cruise. I brought my work laptop. Maria had her personal laptop. And I was testing it. Like,
I had my phone. Was it my phone? Did I have my phone?
yeah, we of course you had. Oh no, you didn't have a phone.
Because there was.
Victoria
I don't know
had
how
done
this.
that. Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
um.
so
So you had a laptop, your phone, your work phone, and your
right.
laptop.
Now, mind you, this wasn't the day we were booking the cruise. The cruise was going to be booked like a day or two later. But I was already kind of like, this is not good. The hotel's flooded. Like, it's a shit show. They can't even give us our room because they've been trying to relocate all these people from the flooded floors to other parts of the hotels or other hotels. Like, oh my God. We finally did.
We really feel bad that you guys, that everybody, had their clothes and stuff drenched, but is your Wi-Fi working though? is your internet working? And is it at full capacity? Like, can't it be lightning speed?
I think what she told me is she's like, well, we have a conference happening right now, and all the people from the conference are staying here, and they're not complaining. I'm like, okay, that's good enough. That's good enough.
I mean, like, it's a hotel. You would think that they have a strong, but we were just like, no, ask again. We asked more than once, by the way.
So cut switch to booking day. I'm on my work laptop, which I thought was going to be faster than my personal one. Maria has hers. I have my phone out, everything. And that was that year that the booking was a shit show.
Yes.
It crashed.
Yeah, it did.
And all of a sudden, I'm like refreshing. And then all of a sudden, my work laptop is like, it's time for an update.
No.
And it won't give me...
She kept saying no, but somehow...
It was like, no, we're going to update in about 20 minutes. Nice to know you. That's it. Maria said she was scared for her life.
I was. I was afraid because what Jackie did was it crashed. Her laptop decided to update itself. She only had her work phone, I think it was.
I had my regular phone. But
like, who really books
a cruise on the phone?
Well, I guess it works.
She heard me go, no. And then I just got really quiet.
She got really calm. She got, like, what's his face? I can't remember things, but she got madman. Oh. Like, she put her feet up because she was by the window with the desk and a chair. She put her feet up. I was like, this bitch about to kill someone. I don't know.
I was like, this is too stressful. It is what it is. We're not going on the cruise. So I just picked up my phone and I was like, I'll just keep trying on my phone. And all of a sudden,
meanwhile, magic fingers here. I'm like,
on her computer, refreshing. I got on my phone and I'm like, oh my God, Maria, it's giving me a room. So I just keep going. And then we booked the cruise on my phone. But like 20 minutes into the sale, and right after that, they were like, the site crashed. That's it. Done. And I was like, oh,
I think we were getting texts from people like, yo, we booked. How did you do? Because everybody's like, everybody's asking.
Yeah, even my friends in Australia, they were like, what's the passport? I never got it. I'm a member. I gave it to her. She's like, we're booked. And I'm like,
son of a bitch.
Good karma.
Oh, God.
She just took my room.
It was intense. Maybe 30 minutes, was it? It felt like
Yeah,
forever. It felt like
yeah.
forever.
I mean, boy bands ruled our life that weekend.
Yeah.
From Dancing with Hope
They make changes. Like they make us
to
move
Backstreet
things
Boys,
around.
back to New Kids on the Block. We
Move
changed our flight home. I mean,
lights.
it would have been a long flight home if we didn't get.
Wow.
I was
Wow.
I don't know what would I have done, but I had an idea. My plan B, if I didn't like get Jackie to be like, it's okay, would be, Miss Stewardess, can I get another seat? My life is in danger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we segued,
No, that
but
was a
yes.
great segue.
The last BSB Vegas trip with Lisa and Jenica. Did the first show with Dawn and Jill, Jenica. We did those tables, and then the original plan with Lisa and Jenica, we did the pit. We did our meet and greet again. We did a pre-party with Nick Carter. He did like an acoustic show.
What?
It was nice, except it was like 103 degrees in
Oh,
Vegas,
I would
and
have
it was
hated that.
outdoors.
Nope.
It was outdoors.
Oh, I remember that.
I think my tan line stayed well into November from
Oh,
that
man.
from that day.
I would have been not happy in that kind of a no.
He's a trooper because he was overheated.
Oh.
He was hot, and I think he
Those
will
thick
never do
guys
that
must have been
again.
sweaty.
He was what?
Those
His
thick
thick
guys must
guys.
have been
Everybody was sweaty, and then it was
roasted.
like delayed because he takes his time with he did like a little meet and greet before the acoustic show. He takes his time.
But here's the thing. I got a question. I just got a general question to concert goers in general. Is there like a band or a concert or that actually? Oh, okay. The concert. I think itself has to be on time, right? Because of the time frames and whatnot. But like these other additional events, like the meet and greets or the pre-parties or the after parties, like. Is there a band or something that
John
just
Legend's
like,
on time.
Okay, well, he seems like he would be on time.
He's always on time.
He seems so prim and proper.
I'm trying to think of any other concerts that I've been to. I haven't really been to very many.
With special events?
Yeah, with special events.
Yeah, no. Well, we'll talk about it on the cruise. We'll talk about it
The
when
cruise
I talk about
one.
the
That was you said that was a hot mess.
Backstreet Boy time. It might be. I don't know.
It's like Donnie time. Like what's going on?
New Kids and Backstreet Boys may be in some kind of Guinness Book competition with.
How long can we make them wait?
Starting according to the schedule. How about that?
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm so used to it now. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier for me to wait with other stuff. I don't know if you guys are the same, but like when other stuff takes a longer period of time, I'm just like, hey.
Listen, I was in the Marine Corps. The whole thing is about hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
Get there and wait. Just like right now, we're just waiting.
Yeah, I think we got really bad on the last New Kids cruise where we literally used the monitor to look and see if they had come out yet, and then
they're like, "Oh, they're in stage. Oh, they are.
No.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go now."
Oh my gosh, that was like the first time for me waiting so long. Like waiting and waiting and waiting. And I think we were there, 5 hours?
I feel like each
year
like,
don't forget you there 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock because you want to be early, but they don't even come out until like midnight or 1.
Right.
I love you guys. Donnie, if you're listening because you're bored and you're quarantined and you want to listen to myself or whatever, I love you, boo. But you guys take a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everybody gets like so hyped up, and then it's just like this dead moment. But we're all like they're like sardines, and the poor DJ, like he is trying to pep up 3,000.
Yeah, but guess what? Women. As soon as they come out, you forget.
Yeah.
Oh, you
sure do. You forget until your feet start really hurting, and then you're like, oh god.
But at this time, you also try to drink. You're also trying to drink your boredness away or your like annoyance away.
Yes.
And so by the time they come out, like fuck it!
Right.
That's a great time. Great time.
But yes. I hope they come back to Vegas. I would love for New Kids to come back to Vegas. I never got to
Yes.
do the after dark because I think they announced it like it was happening like soon after the cruise,
Hmm.
and I couldn't get like there's no way I was going to be able to get those days off as well as going on the cruise.
Did you
Um,
did you
yeah,
get?
and I
I
don't
think
even
it
know if
would
I
be
could have
really
afforded it
cool.
at the time, honestly.
It would be
Huh?
really cool to get one of those people or the stories of one of those people that won the contest to fly with them on Southwest. It was like this.
Yes.
Oh my
Jealousy,
Oh my God, I was so jealous. I usually am trying to be
jealousy.
positive, but I was so jealous. I'm like, oh, I can't go. And then on top of that,
Oh,
like in the meet. Who thought of that? That is such a great idea. I think they should do it again. But I just
I
gotta
think
say
I think
that
that's
when
one of the few times where I did not watch like people posting stuff
hmm.
about it
I was
because I was
all
having
about it.
some serious FOMO. I was just
Oh,
like, oh, I want to be there.
I just gotta say that when I was in whatchamacallit in Vegas, I felt like one of those kids in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And Jackie was giving me the tour, and she was like, "This is where they were,
Oh, they
the
did
new
the
kids are
single
here." And
video.
I was just like, "Oh my God!" And then this is the elevators, and the elevators actually had the Backstreet Boy thing, like the pictures. But she was like, "This is where Jordan and Danny and Donnie would be," and I was like, "Oh
oh,
my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!" It was just, it's just so
Foolishness.
magical. I know it's Sin City, but it's
I
magical.
love Vegas. I love Vegas.
I can't wait to go
So
someday. Someday I'll be there.
yeah, it's not for everybody, and I probably can't stay more than 3 4 days,
Yeah.
and then I'm overwhelmed. But like some people hate it, and I'm just like, no, I'm good with it.
Well, I feel
You do a
like
show and you hang
Kevin
out.
really
Oh
liked
my
it.
God!
Kevin liked it. So I feel like if Kevin
Yeah,
liked it, I'll like it. So,
yeah, yeah.
And here's a embarrassing moment from Maria
oh no.
3001. Remember, Jackie, that I was wearing a dress, and I usually don't, but we were walking from like maybe, I don't know, the one that's across Caesars. Anyway, we're walking from this big Phoenician or something, and we're walking down towards whatever, the Hard Rock, and for some reason, out of nowhere, there is this grate on the floor,
Oh no.
and it seemed like there was a train underneath. Like that doesn't happen, but in New York, because it happened to me before, and my dress, like the steam went up, and my dress went up with it, and there were people around because it was a hot Sunday. I think it was like Super Bowl Sunday. I think it was.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it because I was probably
Oh,
drinking.
I was like, oh
If we were
my
walking down the
God.
strip, I was probably getting some cocktail along the strip or something. I
We
vaguely
had come
remember.
back from eating and watching the game or something. We were like, maybe we should head back to the hotel out. So we were just walking back.
Yeah, because I was trying to find a Philly cheesesteak or something like
Oh
that.
yum.
Somebody was
Guess
like,
guess who I was rooting for?
mm.
Boo.
And there was a car like right next to me because it was like a red light. So everybody, 360, saw
Yeah.
my underwear. And Jackie, all can Jackie say, because I just like started walking fast because somebody had said something like woohoo or whatever. I was like, the crowd cannot move fast enough.
oh.
And then Jackie comes in like, did you see? I'm like, did you see that? That was so embarrassing. She was like, well, at least you have nice panties on. I was like,
True. True.
she tried a good friend of her that she is. She was like, well, at least the positive of it was that you had underwear.
Yeah, that is true.
Yes.
Anyway,
It wasn't Backstreet Boy or New Kid underwear though, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this
oh,
was
in sight.
fun. This was
Yeah,
fun.
so if Backstreet Boys go back to Vegas, I highly recommend it because I don't think they'll disappoint. And of course, if New Kids go,
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
missing it this time around.
No. No. We'll
I'm
definitely
already
be there.
donating my ovaries, my eggs.
To to go back to yeah.
Just saying, I am 40, and I don't know if that disqualifies me, but I'm donating. I just need I need to go to Vegas for the new kids.
Well,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll definitely do a Backstreet Boys cruise episode very, very, very soon, and that
Yeah,
will be fun.
and I'll send you the videos for Brian and Brian's story with the
Yes,
Backstreet Boys.
yes.
and I guess a few key items, a few cute things to go along with the stories.
Oh, yay.
I don't know if Maria can get her lives.
Can you?
I did because I had it like on Facebook, so I don't know.
You might have
Like
to do...
it gave me like the memories like 3 years ago or something like that, and I was watching it the other day.
But I mean, to be able to share it, you probably have to do a screen record.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. If people even want to see it, it's.
I think they do.
Jibber jabber.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it was pretty long, so we can just cut it out. Like cut some
highlight
out.
to the moments of me running like Jackie Joyner.
She's like, and then all of a sudden,
in a dress. In a dress. I was not playing.
Out. I'm a good bitch.
Well, thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
But thank you, and this was fun. I love talking about the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of my 2 favorite ladies, and thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks for having us, Nikki.
Yes.
Bye.
Always a pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.